Namaskar. I'm Nandita Pandey here again, and in this episode, we're going to talk about the month of April 2017. Lot of events happening around in this month. A lot of planets going retrograde, which could be a little difficult to digest for a lot of people. The reason being, when the goes retro, there are a lot of changes that place in one's life. So it's kind of a transition where a lot of correction can be done, a lot of introspection can be done. So these are the impact of GND whenever the planet goes retrograde. What is important is Saturn is going retrograde in this month from 6th of April 2017. It goes from Sagittarius to Scorpio in somewhere 21st of June till October. And that's the time again of, as I had spoken in my earlier episodes also, about a lot of inner turmoils, inner changes, inner correction that one has to undergo and one should do. Is stationary, and especially Saturn, it kind of starts gaining a lot of energy because it is going into a retro, about to go into a different movement, and comes kind of close to its orbit towards Mother Earth. So the impact is stronger, and of inner correction that has to be done. So whatever you've undergone for last 2.5 years, you still need to go back into it, look back into it, check on them, whether there is something more that you need to do. So that's the kind of message that Saturn kind of gives person. It also is a ruler of law. It is also the lord of masses. It is also the lord of hard work, labor, and it is also a lot of detachment. So for Aries, for example, if Saturn is going into the 8th house, it also talks about having a lot of introspection as far as inner turmoils are concerned, occultism are concerned, astrology is concerned. So if you have an interest into this, or if you are in that field, then definitely it would require you to go deep into your sciences and look beyond what is being seen, and then learn from it. Also, it is a corrective mode, so a lot of charitable activities should be involved into. And similarly, you know how it goes for Taurian. Saturn retrograde again gives an impact, very strong impact into your relationship area. You need to really work into that. There would be a sense of detachment that would happen, and I see this continuing till October 26th. So that's the kind of phase you need to work into it. If the relationship has not been working, this is the time you need to focus towards it and let go of whatever is not required in your life anymore. So that's a kind of phase that I see you undergoing. What is also more important in April, there are 4 planets that go retrograde. So we start up with Jupiter, which is already retrograde. Venus is retrograde till 15th of April, and it goes direct on that day. So much relief for a lot of people who are affected by Venus, and it will start showing its exalted phase and exalted form. And then Saturn goes retro on the 6th of April, and this Mercury that is going retrograde on the 10th of April. So 4 planets going retrograde, my God, the kind of changes, the kind of situation upheavals that it will bring about in a person's life is like April is a big heavy month. You need to watch out. So be careful on that area. Keep a check on your communication areas, your travel modes. As I said, especially if you're flying air travel, there could be some tensions or unnecessary struggles and problems in that front. It could also mean misunderstandings between 2 people, but it is also again an excellent time to go back to your own past connections and connect with them and reignite your relationship. So that's a beautiful time to do this. But on this side, it's the relationship area that you need to work on, and on the negative area, you need to be just be very careful on what you talk, the kind of detachment you're developing in life, the kind of corrections that you need to do, and also especially with the Jupiter retrograde, there could be some ego clashes with your bosses, with your parents, with governing agencies, teachers. So these are the areas you need to sit back, analyze, and work towards it. Make an effort to create peace. So that's important in your life. So Jupiter goes retrograde until 9th of June, and Mercury goes direct on 3rd of May. Saturn goes direct on 25th of August. But meanwhile, on 21st of June, Saturn would actually transit from Sagittarius sign to Scorpio sign. Whenever there is a transition like this, and whenever it comes down to around close to that 0 degree phase, which I have spoken in my earlier episodes, which talks about the Ati Ganda Yoga, it is like a huge changes time. Like, it's like a time where you might just awaken your inner journey and realize your inner soul path and get connected to your own inner self. So it's a beautiful time. If you've been meditating, this is a beautiful time to meditate, sit upon, focus on your divine guru, and then work towards it. If you are not into meditation, you can still focus on whatever which is left undone. So please do complete it, because it's a beautiful time again to finish off all the unfinished tasks. And as I said, Saturn being retrograde or Gemini, it could also mean health issues, and there could be some carelessness related to that area. One needs to work on that. For Cancerians, as a sign, Saturn retrograde could mean there could be some, especially if you're preparing for interviews, you're about to sit in for some examinations, there would be a sense of lethargy that might seep in, especially for school going kids who have their board exams this time, or any other examinations related to medical or engineering or law. Be careful on that, because there would be a tendency for you to feel lethargic and careless about it. Now, in Leo, case of Leo, Saturn goes retro, and it gives an impact on very strongly on your mother's health. So be careful on that area, and also avoid buying any new vehicles, or take care of your journey, especially if you're making road journeys. You need to be very careful in that area. Some property issues might also crop up, which might be a little problematic for you. And if you look into Virgos are already undergoing Saturn's 2.5 year phase, which is called Dhaya. So you already under that transit, and plus with this retro effect, there could be some misunderstanding and miscommunications in between you and others. That area needs to be worked on, especially some subtle problems with your younger siblings, and also in your health issues. There could be a sense of drained out energy, so that area needs to be focused upon. So do a lot of exercises, eat right food, and keep a check on your PR skills, and you should be doing good. And especially if you're working on computer areas, working with machines and computers also needs to be pepped up. Anything related to communications needs to be pepped up. For Librans, when this Saturn retro impact might cause a little anxiety as far as, again, your name, fame is concerned. There could be some money issues that you need to deal with around this time. And for Scorpios, there will be a lot of internal confusions in mind. There will be some problems related to your own judgments. So you need to be very focused on what you're thinking. Have pros, discuss about pros and cons, and then take up a decision. That will be a better situations. And similarly for Sagittarians, do not trust strangers much around this time, because there could be sudden problems related to it. There will be a inner churning that you would undergo. A strong sense of detachment also might seep in your system, but you need to be careful about areas related to eyes and your nervous system. So these are the areas you need to work into. For Capricorns, there could be monetary gains. Now for you, there are certain positive changes that would happen. Inherited properties might come in around this time. There are also honors and achievements and growth aspects that I foresee. And a little bit of the same kind of situation is reflected for Aquarians as well, where changes are definitely coming in. Yet, there could be some sense of anxiety related to your career front. So that area needs to be worked upon, especially in this month of April. And for Pisceans, a little bit of happiness, because Venus is going direct after 15th of April. Yet, because of the Saturn's retro impact, there could be some sense of detachment related to spiritual developments, might not want to get involved into any related religious activities. Even short trips could be a little problematic around this time. But then, because of the Venus exalted and also in your ascendant, it is going to bring you a lot of favors, gains also. Meanwhile, around third week of April, the sun also transits and it goes into its exalted state, so a lot of honors and achievements might come to you. I also foresee a lot of sudden growth of monetary area. So a lot of positive developments for you all, but again, even for Pisceans, you need to be extremely careful about your home front because Mercury goes retrograde there and that could cause a negative impact in your life. So a lot of situation because Mercury retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde around this time. Jupiter being retrograde goes into the house of Leon, so kind of mingles with Rahu for some time. And whenever Jupiter and Rahu are together, they create a lot of inner confusions in life. So there would be situations where any religious activity can create a lot of discontentment amongst different groups, core groups. And there could be misunderstandings also that might suddenly crop up. So that area I see a lot of problems. It could also mean that different opinions might crop up related to religious acts or religious activities. Legal issues might crop up. Those are the areas one needs to work around. And because Jupiter going retrograde with Rahu in Leo, so Leo is an area where it is also the lord of your own soul. So I see that kind of clash, inner confusion about which step to take, what is the correct action, what is the correct step to take. So that kind of an inner inhibition is also expected around this time. So that's the reflection that I see, which actually is happening in India, because I see with this cow slaughter issue coming up or Ram Mandir issue coming up, there are different people having different opinions and there are different legal aspects that are coming up. Some are favoring it, some are not favoring it, and there are still discussions going on. It's just a very, very heated issue right now. It is only going to subside after 9th of June when Jupiter goes direct, and a lot of sanity would start prevailing after that. Mercury again retrograde around this time triggers communication misunderstandings in between people, in between partnerships, and also might give some ENT problems if your Mercury is already debilitated in your chart. And especially here, because Mercury is in Aries, it creates a lot of action, but then when it goes retro, it goes to Pisces in its debilitated state. So anyone having ENT problems this might trigger up further, and one needs to be careful on this, especially dental issues also you need to be careful about. Communication areas needs to be completely worked. Don't buy any gadgets around this time, not a good time to do that. Don't take any important actions around this time, again not a good time to take it. So one needs to be very, very patient in dealing with it. Let go of this month, and this is a month of giving. This is a month of doing charities. This is a month of blessing others, forgiving others, and being more patient. Any major transitions don't take around in this month, because not again a very good time. 2-3 planets suddenly going awry, so can create issues for you. If you have any personal queries, you want to check on how things will, do let me know. I do personal readings also, and you can write to me at soch.345@gmail.com. The email ID is soch.345@gmail.com. You can write to me in that. You can also contact me in my mobile number. My number is 93127111293. 93127111293. So you can WhatsApp me in that, and I do look into your queries. They of course are on energy exchange basis. Any detailed query that you have to, please post it. If you like the video, please write down comments here. I love to read your comments. You can press the like button. That encourages us to continue giving you inputs about different planetary position or different celestial activities. I keep coming on that, and I wish you all the best. This month is just a little confusing, but don't worry, this too shall pass, and my prayers are all with you. Stay blessed, and God bless you, and may all the planetary positions, whatever state it is and whatever your chart reflects, may they all align for your highest good and bring you a lot of benefits. Namaskar. Atma Namaste.